Hey Jersey, this is question 7. So one of the first things we have to do here is we have to set up the P and CT chart. So remember, we're looking for the factors of C, right there, and looking for the factors of D. So factors of C, gonna be a lot, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 7, plus or minus 14, and plus or minus 28. Now the factors of D, not a lot, just 2, is going to be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2. Now we're going to do C over D, and we do that's kind of nice because you're going to have 1 over 1, which is just 1, so that's plus or minus 1. Then I have plus or minus 1/2. Then plus or minus 2, right here, see right there, 2 over 1. Plus or minus 2. 2 over 2 is just 1, so I don't repeat that one. 4 over 1. Plus or minus 4. 4 over 2 is just 2, so I'm good there. This is 7 over 1, so plus or minus 7. And then I'm going to get plus or minus 7 over 2. 7 over 2. And then I'll do plus or minus, I'm going to get 14. We don't do 14 over 2 because that's still just 7. And then we go ahead and we get plus or minus 28. And we'll stop there. Now, I use the Desmos graphing app so that it would just be helpful, so the numbers that I pick actually work to start with. So the first one that I'm going to pick to put in the cubby is going to be a -4. So I'm going to put a -4 in the cubby right here. I'm just going to bring these down. So this is a 2, it's a 17, this is a 43, that's a 28. Okay, one of the ways to kind of like know that you were picking the right number is that if we check this out, all these are positive, Jersey. So there's no way you could pick a positive number in the cubby, and when you're adding, ever get to 0. It just wouldn't work. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just bring this down. 2 times that, we get a -8. Add straight down, that's going to give me, what is that, positive 9. 9 times -4 is -36. That's going to go ahead and give me a 7. And then I'm going to multiply this and I get -28. So once again, once we got a 0 there, we know that this is a 0. Okay, and the factor for that, remember if we're looking for factors, that means that x plus 4 is a factor. Okay. Now once again, like I said, I use the Desmos graphing app to go ahead and graph it to look for the x-intercept. So I know that the next number that I'm going to put in my cubby is actually going to be -1. So I plug in a -1 here. I draw this down. This becomes a 2. That's a -2. That's 7. That's -7. That's 0. Okay, so this tells me that x plus 1 is a factor. And my last factor right here is just going to be 2x plus 7. Okay, so if I'm looking for all of the zeros, I'm looking for what would make this equal 0. So that's a 0, -4, -1, and -7/2. So my zeros would look like this right here. Okay, that's question number 7.